Hi Flosstube, this is Stephanie, the Ivy House Crafter, and I've got a short Flosstube update. I've been stitching a little bit, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, hang on, 1 second. 5, I have 5 projects to show. I'll show the littlest one first. The story behind this one is kind of funny. Not funny, just like kind of like weird. So my daughter, she's 17. Her boyfriend recently texted and asked me if he could borrow one of those cross-stitch circle thingies, and texted a picture of what it was, and it's a cross-stitch hoop, and said that his friend had asked him to make something for him, and I was like, well, sure, okay. And then shortly after, he texted me a picture of what his friend wanted and said, actually, could you make it, because I just realized cross-stitching is really hard. And I'm like, sure, okay, whatever. So this friend, I guess he's like a military enthusiast, likes military stuff, and he's putting together a costume outfit kind of thing. Because like my daughter and her friends, they're not the sports cheerleading football type kids. They're the nerds, the geeks, the alternative interests. So anyway, so he asked me to stitch an arm patch for like a military jacket kind of thing, and sent a picture of what he wanted it to look like. So I did, and this is what it ended up looking like. I didn't have a pattern or anything. It was just a picture, and it had like the white stripe and the green stripe and the gold around it. I don't know what he's going for with this. I don't know what, if any, like country in particular, or I don't know. I stitched it because my daughter's boyfriend's friend wanted it, and my daughter's boyfriend asked me to make it, so there we go. And then I'm also going to make a matching collar pin that's only like 1 inch by 1.5 inches, and it's just the green and the white. So yeah, there's that. Okay, back to the regular cross stitching that I normally do. 2 of the projects I worked on were ones that I showed last week also, because I couldn't put them down. There is Teresa Kogut Seaworthy Sampler, and this was the I forget what it's called, exclusive. The exclusive pattern designed by Teresa Kogut for the Stitch West Cross Stitch Retreat. I am stitching it 1/1 on 28 count Chesapeake Bay from Under the Sea Fabrics. Is that what it's called? Under the Sea Fabrics, yes. Anyway, here is what I have. It's really small and cute. So I stitched the flag, and I'm still just loving working on this. Tiny stitches are the awesomest. So that is what that one's looking like so far. Okay. Also this week I worked more on Autumn Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Love this pattern. I'm stitching it 1/2 on 40 count, just basic beige flax, natural, whatever, linen. And here is what it's looking like. And what I added was, I finished this yellow house, this yellow tree, and I added this red tree, and I put this house in. So that's this little area. I'm stitching this using my own conversion. All the DMCs I'm using are the same, so like the colors in the houses and stuff, but the colors of the trees are all just fancy fluff, over-dyed cottons and silks that I had on hand when I started working on this. And the pattern is supposed to be stitched on green fabric, but since I'm not doing that, I am stitching all the grass and using a silk that I had on hand. What is that silk anyway? Classic Color Works Beanstalk. That's the grass that I'm doing, in case anyone was interested. So yeah, loving working on that. Autumn, autumn is my favorite season, and autumn stitching just makes me happy. Okay, what else did I work on? I wanted more 40 count. I was not done with the little stitches, so I got out B.D. Bauman Sampler by Twin Peaks Primitives. This one I am also stitching, I think, on the same fabric as the other one. Maybe? If not the same, very similar. It's just a beige colored linen. And here is what I've got so far. So what I worked on with this, I'm gonna fold it up, make it easier to show. I filled in the windows and the door of the house, so that made the house completely finished. And then I put in, these trees and this fence next to the house. So that is what I have so far on B.D. Bauman Sampler. The greens in this, I didn't have on hand the greens that were called for. They're just DMC, but I guess they were like stuck in some other project or something. Anyway, so I did different colors of DMC. I think they're a little bit more vivid. I mean, they're not super vivid, but just a little bit more than the called for colors, but that's okay. I like it. Oh, this is going to be such a nice short video for anyone who likes the short ones. The last one that I got this out and worked on it yesterday. This is Pumpkin Harvest, and it's from Lena Lawson Needle Arts. And I am working on the pumpkin because I started in the middle of the pattern. This is being stitched 2/1 on 14 count Aida, and it's I dyed it myself. I think this was a turmeric dye. Make sure I'm holding it right. Yeah. Okay. Because right now it just looks like a big orange blob. So this darker orange color, I put this all around and then brought it down here. If I had been paying attention and looking at all the different pages, I would have known there's only like a couple more stitches of this color right here, and like 1 or 2 more over here, and I would have put them in. But I was just like, bottom of the page, I'm done. I'm stopping there. But that's what this one's looking like, and it's enjoyable to work on. This is incredibly soft Aida, very floppy. It doesn't hold its shape, like at all. It's not a stiff Aida, and so it's kind of fun to work with because it's so soft. Okay. Let's see. That is all the cross stitching that I have worked on. Any life updates? We had Halloween. Halloween was fun. Let's see, for our church Halloween party, I dressed up as, well, I don't know what you would call it. I wore the sweater coat that I made a while back. There's a video about it on my channel. And then I also, so that's what I wore just for fun. And I made another sweater coat for my younger daughter, and she wore that with a witch hat, and she had a little staff, and so she was a witch's apprentice. And then my older daughter was a witch, very elegant in black. And let's see, my older, oh, and later she was No Face from Spirited Away, and like, she looked super awesome. It was just a mask that she had drawn on paper, but it looked really good. So let's see. My older son was an eccentric sorcerer, and he had like green velvet robe and a snake serpent staff, magical staff thing, and a green top hat and a pocket watch. And then so that was for the church Halloween party. But then on Halloween night, he went and helped out at a haunted house that one of our neighbors does every year. And he was wearing this like really creepy costume with a smiley face mask, but it was a really creepy smiley face. Anyway, let's see. My middle son was a pirate, and he had like a parrot on his shoulder and everything, and that was cute. And my youngest son was the Grim Reaper. So he had his nice black outfit, and his face was covered, and he had his scythe and everything. Cute little 6-year-old running around as the Grim Reaper. It was adorable. Anyway, I'm sure you all were just like dying to hear about everybody's costumes. My husband was Link from Zelda. When he came home from the costume store and he showed me, I was like, oh, it's Peter Pan. And he's like, what? No, it's Link. I'm like, oh, right, yeah, okay, I can see that now, but I thought it was a Peter Pan costume. Anyway, that's about it. That's all I have for you. I will update probably hopefully in about a week with more stitching shenanigans. And happy stitching, everybody. Bye.